I love our morning time together.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, this is good. I like that. Is it from your business fair you went to?
It was a minority business expo.
Ah.
I had no idea there were so many minority businesses in this city.
Why would you know that?
I don't know. I'm trying to be more aware, less clueless about other people.
Since your retirement, I have noticed you've taken up a number of ventures. You weren't interested in the Minority Business Expo before. What's the change?
Oh, Jerome, the current status of our country is a change. I just feel powerless over everything, don't you? I feel lucky to retire so early. I am empowered to change the world. I am woman, hear me roar. Don't give me that look. Helen Reddy wrote that for me.
Oh, sure, Karen, sure. Well, early retirement was much easier thanks to your inheritance. It did not hurt that your daddy left you a big trust fund.
I worked hard for my business, and I earned early retirement without my inheritance.
I didn't mean anything by it. Who wouldn't love to have that privilege? And it is a privilege.
You didn't marry a rich girl, you know. My great-grandfather came to this country from Germany. He was an immigrant farmer, traveled from the East Coast to the Midwest with my great-grandmother and started the family business. My family worked and pulled themselves up by their boots. Knock it off! It's true.
Yeah, I know. I hear the same story over and over again. You love telling that story.
For God's sake, you know it by heart. Well, we do have the money. And it would be nice if you retired with me. We could do so many things together. Think about it. You're semi-retired now. It would be a small shift.
I don't know about that. I like working, and in today's economy, I feel better having a little extra.
We have the money.
It's your inheritance.
Think about it. No, I get it. I mean, we're not hurting, and today's world is not exactly the world of promise. It is not my grandfather's America. What was that?
Your grandfather's America. Since you've retired, there's this strong political jargon about what's happening in our country.
I'm not sure what you're getting at. I was like this when you married me. Strong and determined, ready to make a difference. I was not a shrinking violet. But we both shared the political drive of change for the better, remember?
Well, sure, 30 years ago when we were married, we fought for what should be happening in other countries, not in ours. And we were not fighting for your grandfather's America, whatever that means. You're wealthy. You have a great home, and now you're bored, so you're trying to do this community service thing.
I am not just bored. Our nation is in crisis.
I do not want to hear the state of the nation today from you. I'm not putting up with this.
Putting up with what?
I know the drill.
What does that mean?
We have the same conversation every morning. The nation is in trouble. Our leaders are corrupt. So you come up with these nonprofit organizations that are supposed to fix everything, but you know that change takes time and money and commitment. So you get frustrated and then you want to move to Canada to run away from it all. Well, no, we're not moving to Canada. Not today, not ever.
Look at the state of our city, our nation, our world. We're not getting any younger, and we need to do something about what's going on. I'm not out of line here. I want to do something. You want to leave this mess that we're living in for the next generation? This didn't happen overnight. We are responsible.
Just because a white supremacist visited the city does not mean the world is coming to an end.
Yeah, and children being locked in cages means all is right with the world, Auntie M.
Oh, that's funny.
It's...
You okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Start up where you left off.
I can't.
What?
I can't.
Yes, you can. You're like a tape recorder. You can.
You want a tape recorder for a wife? How can you not care about what's going on?
Why, Mrs. Jones doesn't want people to walk on her lawn? That's important stuff.
No, I'm talking about the world is shit, and you are pretending that nothing is going on. You want to put your head in the sand.
I am tiring of this conversation.
Really?
Yeah.
You asked for it.
It's old. It reminds me of the tired conversations my parents used to have over dinner.
Now I am like your parents.
Stop it.
What?
My dad was codependent. My mother was a workaholic. I feel like I was raised by wolves.
Really? I thought you liked your parents.
I love them, and I don't understand them. My childhood sucked a lot of the
We
times.
just visited them last week.
Well, they are my parents, Karen.
It's sad. Why hasn't this come up? You don't talk about it. It's too painful.
It's not so bad once you accept it. Raised by wolves. Check. Move on. Live your life.
Jerome, you have always been kind and loving toward me. We have friends. You have friends. Where does this "I don't understand my parents" come from? Maybe this is where your political neglect comes from.
Political neglect? Is that a thing? What makes you think I have political neglect? Jesus.
I want us to be on the same page here. Maybe if we could work through your parent trauma, you could show up for the world in our community. I think that's called trauma healing.
Work through my parent trauma? Are you serious? I donate to the museums and to nonprofit theater and a frickin' ballet, and I pay city taxes so we can support the public transit and the public schools, even though I don't take public transit and we don't have kids that go to the schools, and I pay state and federal tax on time every year of my life. But I have to do more for the world. Well, maybe the world should do more for me. I'm just an average Joe. And just because my parents have checked out and I don't dwell on it, you want me to go to therapy and cry in my pillow when there is absolutely nothing wrong with me? I take good care of you and our home, and if I don't want to go down some emotional lava tube with you every morning, I think that's okay.
I believe we can make a difference. I'm serious. Look, we have been together for over 30 years, and you have never mentioned this thing about your parents. The world as we know it is crumbling down around our ears. And you want to ignore that our country is struggling. We have it good. We may not always. People are getting shot on a regular basis with no reason. I was hoping you and I could work together.
Karen, you are not a psychiatrist. You can't fix the problems of your new iPhone, let alone the problems of the world. Now, my parents have shit to do with this. Yes, sometimes our world can be a mess. Life can be a mess.
Like right now, we all hate each other, and no one is safe doing anything, anywhere. I was a kid, I could walk the streets. I didn't get locked in a hot car. Our world is not good. And when I think about my grandfather's America,
My grandfather's America. Stop it with your grandfather. You're proud of your heritage. I get that. Did you know that your grandfather and his people took land from the indigenous people to have their America?
Indigenous people like Alaska?
Forget it.
Huh? I want to feel like you and I are working toward the good together. I want to feel that the man I married is a man who cares and will stand up and do something with me. I feel like I don't know who I married. We were in sync then, weren't we?
Because you have retired and want to change the world, I'm supposed to jump.
A Navy vet was shot near our local college. We just read about it in the paper, and that's it. Is that who we are now? Is that who you are? Don't give a shit. Raised by wolves. As long as I have what I want, forget about the next guy.
Stop. Stop. This is foolishness.
No. We should do something. No, it is not foolish. Who did I marry? Who are you? What's his name?
What?
What is the name of the man who was shot near the college last week? Right down the street, where the farmer's market is on Saturday. We were just there a couple of days ago. I bet you can't tell me his name. He was a father of 3. Husband, veteran. He worked for the post office. Go ahead. Tell me who he was. The man I married would know and would mourn with me and his family his loss. No, it's not us. But it is. But it is. We are human. People are dying too much, too often. Drugs, domestic violence, abuse, homelessness, hunger. Should I go on? Are you the same man I married all those years ago? Where are you? Come back to me. I care. We care, right? Please tell me you care.
Stop this. It is weird. What has gotten into you? Is it boredom? Menopause?
Don't you dare try to manipulate this to be about me. Our world is hurting, and this is my problem?
No. You manipulating me is the problem.
Manipulation?
I put up with the daily political ranting because it means something to you. I donate to the dumb causes, and I take you to that crazy public discourse conversation every Friday at the City Club where people who look like me talk a lot. How am I supposed to know that guy's name? That's crazy. This is the problem with the nation. Everybody cares too much, but nobody does anything. Nothing changes. Nothing. Where I grew up, you minded your own business. My mom didn't talk to me. So what? Who gives a damn? None of that matters. None of that shit matters.
I guess I have my answer.
Why do you do this? Why do you push and push? I don't know. I'm a 45-year-old Navy vet, father of 3. Was shot to death while trying to break up a fight. And then his wife had to go and check on him and identify his body. His death was captured not only on the body cams of the officers that shot him, but on a cell phone. I don't know why he died trying to do the right thing. Jason Eric Washington. And I don't fucking know. Devon Bailey is 19 years old. I don't fucking know. Eric Logan, 54. I don't know. Jaquavian Slayton, 20. I don't know. Ryan Twyman, 24. I don't know. Michael Brown, 18. Oh, God. Tamir Rice, 12 years old. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Why are you bringing this up every day? It's heartbreaking, heartbreaking. I am white, and I can't ignore it. Did you marry the right guy? How does that feel? Eric Gardner, Tanisha Anderson, John Crawford III, Michael Brown Jr., Ezel Ford, Trayvon Martin, Alton Sterling, Rolando Castillo, Stephon Clark, Breonna Taylor. God help us all. George Floyd. Nothing's changed.
Can you feel me? Can you see?